Since its launch in 2016, TikTok has become a global phenomenon, captivating millions with its short, catchy videos. It's a platform where creativity knows no bounds and viral trends emerge almost daily. But beneath the surface of dance challenges and lip syncs, there lies a darker, more sinister side to this seemingly innocent app. Tonight we delve into the shadows of TikTok, uncovering the hidden truths and eerie realities that lurk behind the screen. This is the dark side of TikTok. Our journey begins with a topic that has raised eyebrows around the world: data privacy. TikTok, owned by the Chinese company ByteDance, has been accused of harvesting user data on an unprecedented scale. Critics argue that this data could be accessed by the Chinese government, posing significant security risks.
ByteDance is not owned or controlled by the Chinese government. It's a private company.
Mr. Chu, has ByteDance spied on Americans at the direction of the Chinese Communist Party?
No.
Has ByteDance spied on American citizens?
I don't think that spying is the right way to describe it.
All right.
We're committed to be very transparent with our users about what we collect. I don't believe what we collect is more than most players in the industry.
My problem here is you're trying to give the impression that you're going to move away from Beijing and the Communist Party. You're trying to give the impression that you're a good actor. But the commitments that we would seek to achieve those goals are not being made today.
I have seen no evidence that the Chinese government has access to that data. They have never asked us. We have not provided.
Well, you know what? I find that actually preposterous.
You couldn't take action after 41 days when a clear threat.
In 2020, the US government launched an investigation into TikTok's data practices, fearing that user information was being siphoned off to Beijing. Imagine for a moment your every move, every interaction, meticulously logged and analyzed by an entity far beyond your control. Your likes, dislikes, even your facial expressions, all captured by the app's sophisticated AI. Each piece of data, a fragment of your digital soul, potentially vulnerable to prying eyes. Imagine a digital ghost following your every move, knowing your secrets, and you never even realized it was there. The data collected could be used for targeted advertising or worse, shared with unknown third parties. TikTok's algorithm is a master of manipulation, designed to keep you scrolling endlessly through an infinite feed of content tailored just for you. But this convenience comes at a sinister cost. Users, particularly teenagers, report experiencing anxiety, depression, and an overwhelming pressure to create content.
How long do you think you spend on TikTok every day?
2 to 3 hours.
2 to 3 hours?
3 to 4 hours.
But last month, the U.S. government, along with more than a dozen states, banned TikTok on most federal devices, citing national security concerns over its Chinese parent company and the possibility it could pressure TikTok to hand over personal data.
Right in my feet.
There is no public evidence the Chinese government has done that, but there is evidence of another risk: social media's impact on mental health, particularly among Gen Z.
Teen depression started to rise after 2012. So did self-harm and suicide.
Dr. Jean Twenge says as smartphones and social media grew, so did the rate of depression among teens, nearly doubling between 2004 and 2019. By that year, 1 in 4 U.S. teen girls had experienced clinical depression, according to Twenge.
The dopamine hits from these short, engaging videos can create an addictive cycle, much like gambling. For young minds still developing, this can have profound and lasting impacts. Trapped in a cycle of comparison and validation, many find themselves slaves to the very platform that promises joy and creativity. The shadows of loneliness and despair creep in, hidden behind the bright, flickering screen. The TikTok algorithm, designed to maximize engagement, has a darker side. It can push harmful content to vulnerable users, leading them down a path of psychological distress. Users have reported being bombarded with content promoting eating disorders, self-harm, and extreme ideologies.
TikTok.
Anxiety, depression, and eating disorders.
The social media giant conceals the dangers of its app, especially to children.
To think what these companies are doing, what they know they're doing, and the harms that are being caused in the real world are horrific. Horrific.
The families of 2 little girls say TikTok caused their deaths.
TikTok's algorithm keeps young people scrolling.
Little is known about the potential mental health impacts.
The algorithm learns what keeps you hooked, even if it's content that can harm you. Imagine an invisible force guiding you towards your worst fears and insecurities, all in the name of engagement. That's the terrifying power of TikTok's algorithm. Perhaps most disturbingly, TikTok has become a playground for children, some as young as 6 or 7 years old. Despite age restrictions, young users are often exposed to inappropriate content, and worse, they become targets for online predators. The anonymity of the internet makes it easy for predators to hide in plain sight. On TikTok, children can be exposed to grooming behaviors and explicit content without even realizing the danger they are in. Under the disguise of playful comments and friendly messages, sinister intentions can lurk. The app's design, meant to connect and entertain, inadvertently opens doors to the absolute darkest corners.
Doing good.
Good.
What you up to?
I'm just hanging out.
Just hanging out?
Yep.
Not meeting a friend?
No.
So you don't know anyone by the name of Kat?
No. I don't know anybody named Kat.
You weren't meeting anyone here by 6?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
One for the girls. How about no menstruation March? You cannot menstruate in the month of March. Is this a good idea?
Fine! I did kiss a 9-year-old!
The one that kisses 9-year-olds, right? Oh, yeah, I've heard about him. Yeah, what's up with him? I mean, he's like low-key weird, you know? Who would do such a thing? Exactly, bro, who would do such a thing? Low-key, I don't care.
Finally, we venture into the heart of TikTok's community, where fun and games take a deadly turn. Viral challenges are a staple of the platform, but some have led to real-world harm. The Skullbreaker challenge, for instance, resulted in numerous injuries as unsuspecting participants were tripped mid-jump, causing them to fall backward. Another, the Benadryl challenge, encouraged users to take excessive amounts of the medication, leading to hospitalizations and even fatalities. These challenges are not just innocent fun. They are all digital sirens luring users into a trap with devastating consequences. The platform's ability to amplify trends in a matter of hours makes it a powerful force, for better or for worse. One moment of viral fame can have devastating consequences, leaving scars that last a lifetime.
Well, now to the dangerous new viral trend making the rounds on TikTok. It's called the Skullbreaker Challenge, and 2 New Jersey students are now facing charges for doing it after seriously injuring another child. Ariel Rushef is here, and Ariel, this has some big consequences.
It sure does, Amy. It's yet another dangerous viral prank sweeping social media. The Skullbreaker Challenge already landing several kids in the hospital with serious injuries. Now a family from New Jersey is sharing their 13-year-old son's story to warn others.
Videos like this one may only be a few seconds, but the frightening aftermath can last much longer. The Skullbreaker Challenge is as dangerous as it sounds. 2 people fool an unsuspecting third into jumping into the air, kicking their feet right out from under them, all captured on video and shared on TikTok. After falling victim to the challenge, Stacy and Mark Shanker's son was rushed to the hospital.
My son ended up having a seizure with a traumatic brain injury and a concussion with loss of consciousness.
The parents of a 13-year-old boy who died participating in a TikTok Benadryl challenge are warning other parents to keep an eye on what their kids are watching on social media. ABC's Lionel Moise has the story.
This morning, new warnings about the Benadryl challenge on TikTok after the death of a 13-year-old in Ohio.
I'm going to do everything I can to try to make sure another child doesn't go through it.
In the dangerous stunt, users take 12 to 14 pills of the antihistamine Benadryl in hopes of hallucinating. Jacob Stevens tried it with friends filming, but instead of hallucinating, his body started seizing.
They kind of just all come at one time, and it was too much for him.
The allure of likes and shares becomes a haunting echo, reminding us of the fragile line between entertainment and danger. TikTok is more than just an app. It's a mirror reflecting our society's deepest desires and darkest fears. As we navigate this digital age, it's crucial to be aware of the shadows that lurk behind our screens. TikTok may be a source of entertainment for millions, but beneath the surface lies a labyrinth of dangers. In the digital world, not everything is as it seems. This has been an exploration into the dark side of TikTok. Until next time, stay safe in the digital shadows.